Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today I'm going to be talking about what I am hoping to see in the new DLC coming to Grand Theft Auto Online on what we believe to be December 13th. It looks like December 13th is going to be the date, pretty much 100% confirmed. And so basically in this video I'm just going to be talking about what I would like to see. I'm going to be talking about some cars. I'd like to see some other things as well that I'm going to mention here. So let's go ahead and get started with some of the vehicles that I would like to see. The first vehicle that I would absolutely love to see is an updated Benefactor Dubsta. Maybe the Dubsta 3. I would just like to see a new edition Dubsta come into Grand Theft Auto Online. What I'd really like to see is similar to the Mercedes-Benz 4x4 squared in real life. I'll put a picture on screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. It's basically like a huge off-road G-Wagon that Mercedes actually built themselves. It's definitely very off-road centered. I mean, the regular G-Wagon is too, don't get me wrong, but in GTA, the Dubsta is a bit of a lowrider. I don't know if you guys kind of know what I'm talking about, but the Dubsta is not, it's not as capable as the real life version of it, I would say, when it comes to like off-roading and stuff like that. So I'd like to see, you know, more of an off-road centered Dubsta in GTA. I think that would be a great addition. Maybe they could even release a new edition Dubsta that's a little bit higher off the ground with some updated features, and then have a Benny's upgrade that turns it into something like the 4x4 squared. I think that that would be absolutely awesome. And sticking with the theme of Mercedes, I would love to see an updated Benefactor Shafter or an updated Benefactor Schwarzer. We have the Shafter V12 in GTA, obviously. It's a good car, it sounds amazing, but it doesn't really drive as well as I would like it to. I think that pretty much everybody who's driven the Shafter V12 kind of knows what I'm talking about. It doesn't have the greatest handling, the front end is really heavy on it. I love the car, absolutely love the car. I don't want anybody to think I'm dissing the Shafter V12 right now, but I would like to see an updated version of it, something maybe based off of like a newer Mercedes AMG like C63 or an E63. Either of those two would be really cool to see. I'd actually kind of prefer an E63 because they're all-wheel drive, and I think having an all-wheel drive like Shafter in GTA would be absolutely sick. If not, I would like to see a new version of like the Schwarzer. Maybe like the Schwarzer V8 or something they could call it, and they would be based off of the C63 AMG Coupe, the newer ones. I think that'd be pretty awesome because it's pretty heavily based off of the older C63, like the 2009 to 2014 like coupe. So I think it'd be really nice to see, you know, a newer edition of that car actually come into GTA Online. We're just gonna have to wait, obviously. So you know, fingers crossed though. Maybe Rockstar's blessed us. I'm really hoping for it. Now moving on to another vehicle that this is kind of a big ask, and I know that. We're lucky enough to have the Bravado Buffalo STX in Grand Theft Auto Online, but I would really like to see a Bravado Buffalo Hellfire in GTA. I think that that would be absolutely awesome. I was kind of hoping that the STX was going to be a Hellfire, but, you know, I am happy with the STX. It handles very nicely and everything, which is good. However, I would just like to have a Buffalo Hellfire. I think that would be super sick. I'm kind of a bigger fan of the Charger in real life than the Challenger. I think it generally like kind of looks better. And I think in GTA it would be cool too because it's a 4-door, so you can have, you know, 3 other friends in the car with you. I think that a Buffalo Hellfire would be a good addition to the game, you know, with kind of the wide body kit that the Gauntlet Hellfire has in GTA. Something like that. That would be really awesome to see. We're not going to get it probably. I'm not keeping my hopes up. We just got a new Camaro into GTA with the last update, so you know it's a huge ask to get another new muscle car. They'll probably give us another Mustang because, you know, we don't have enough Dominators in GTA. But we'll see what happens, I guess. Another thing that I'd like to see, and I've been asking for this for a few DLCs now, is some more trucks into GTA, like some diesel trucks, like a Duramax or like a Cummins or a Ford F-350. Any of the three would be really awesome. Like they could do an updated Sand King XL with the F-350. They could do, you know, a Chevy 3500 or a Dodge 3500, whatever. Either one of them would be really cool to see. I think out of the three though, I'd most like to see an updated Sand King with, you know, the new F-350 body style. I think that that would be absolutely awesome. They could do some really cool customization options for that as well. I think that that would be a pretty great addition into GTA. So some new trucks, that'd be good. I think the trucks in GTA are kind of lacking right now. I mean, we got some good ones, don't get me wrong, but we could definitely use some updates to some of the trucks in GTA. I'd also like to see some new military vehicles, but I kind of doubt that we're going to get anything like that crazy. I'd like to see some sort of like an Insurgent Night Shark like hybrid. I think there's one in real life. I think it's called the Foxhound, if I'm not mistaken. I definitely could be mistaken, but I'm going to put a picture on screen of what I'm talking about so you guys know what I actually mean. I'd like to see something like this, something with like the Insurgent's like hitting power. Like if you guys have ever driven the Insurgent, you know how hard that thing hits other vehicles and just pushes them out of the way. I'd like to see that, but with the speed of the Night Shark. So I think that something like this would be a really cool like little hybrid. And if we could get like an armed version of it with like the turret on the roof, like the Insurgent Pickup Custom, that would be super cool to see. So fingers crossed that we get something like that. Maybe a new tank or something into GTA, maybe some new fighter jets. Some new fighter jets would actually go crazy. Something to replace the Laser and the Hydra. Some other type of really fast fighter jet would be awesome to see. Another vehicle that I've been asking for this for like forever too is just a Lamborghini Aventador. Like I know we have the Tempesta, we have the Torero XO, and we have the Ignis now. All of those are based on like, well, the Tempesta is based on the Huracan a lot, and then the Torero XO is based on the new Countach, and the Ignis is based pretty heavily on the Cyan. But I would just like to see like a regular Aventador, just like nothing too crazy. Just, well, I mean the Aventador looks crazy, let's be honest, but I'd like to see something that like heavily resembles the Aventador. I think that that would be just an ultimate add into GTA. I think that that would be super popular. In my opinion, the Lamborghini Aventador is like the best looking Lamborghini that they've ever made. It's my favorite one for sure. And I think that that would be a good car to add into GTA if they can manage to kind of copy it, similar to how they copied the Tempesta with the Huracan. Just make something like the Aventador and, you know, call it the Pegassi something. Another thing that I'd really like to see in the JDM crowd is probably gonna really agree with me here is like a Nissan S14 or S15. I know we have the Remus, and the Remus you can kind of like finagle your way into making it kind of look like an S14. But I think that something like an S14 or an S15, like something that's more like properly set up to be one of those two cars, would be really awesome to see. Like an S15 with a wide body kit would be like, that would be crazy to see in GTA. I hope that we get that at some point. I kind of doubt we're gonna get that. That's like a kind of an unrealistic ask for this DLC, I feel like. So you know, that's probably not gonna happen, but an S15 with like a wide body kit that you can maybe upgrade at Benny's would be really sick. I mean, if we look at the last DLC, we did get quite a few cars with wide body kits, so maybe it's not actually that far out of the question now that I think about it, but that would be really cool to see. So those are some cars that I would like to see coming with the next update in GTA. I kind of doubt we're going to get many of them. The biggest ask is the Dubsta 3 or whatever they're going to call it. I would love to see that. I pray that Rockstar has added that with this DLC. And I'm going to talk about this actually a little bit because I feel like we actually might get that car. Now, the reason that I think this is because this DLC supposedly is going to be based around Michael and a movie DLC coming to GTA. Now, I made videos about this like months and months ago. We actually thought that this was going to be about the summer DLC. However, I think that this was actually slated to be the winter DLC. And it's going to revolve around Michael and a movie studio DLC. Like maybe we're going to have some sort of new heist into GTA, being that we just got the whole heist month thing throughout November there. So I couldn't see it being like, you know, completely out of the question that this DLC is heist related. We get some sort of new heist, some sort of new really good way to make money. Like the contract was, you know, a pretty good way to make money with the agency getting added. I think that we're gonna get, it's definitely gonna be something to do with movies if the information that we got several months ago is still correct. I can't see Rockstar like really switching it. I think that that's probably still what's going to happen, is it's going to involve Michael somehow and a film studio at some point, because that's the one kind of aspect of GTA that we haven't really touched on. And I think it would be an interesting way of going about a new DLC. Now, if you're interested in like knowing about like some of the film studio stuff that was leaked a few months ago, you can look up some of my old videos. Like just look up HarmNone movie DLC, and you should see my videos. They should come up where I talk about a little bit more of the details of those leaks that came out a few months ago, and you'll see that, you know, I think it's pretty plausible that this is actually what the new DLC is going to be based on. And I think once you've seen those videos, you will probably agree with me if you haven't seen them before already, obviously. So I think that being that we might get the movie DLC, I think that a G-Wagon is kind of like an obvious ad for a vehicle, because, you know, all the Kardashians and a bunch of movie stars basically drive the G-Wagon. Like, the G-Wagon is a very like LA style car, and being that GTA is set in Los Angeles, and we're going to be doing sort of a movie DLC by the sounds of it, at least, I could see a G-Wagon coming to GTA, because a lot of celebrities do like to drive those, and they are really, really cool cars. So I can kind of see them maybe adding a G-Wagon into GTA. So fingers crossed that they actually do this. A new G-Wagon would be absolutely sick. I would love to have that in GTA. I can't wait to customize that if it does come out. I guess we'll just have to see. I really also hope that this is a movie DLC. I hope to see Michael back in GTA Online. I think that that would be absolutely sick. It's been a long time since we've heard of Michael, but I think that that would be a really good add into GTA. That would get a lot of players involved. I mean, when Franklin was added back into GTA with the agency, I remember how popular that was. Everybody loved to see Franklin again, so I think that everybody would like to see Michael again as well. I think that Michael's kind of a favorite character of GTA 5. I think he's really the main character. So, you know, I think that Michael would be an absolutely huge hit. And, you know, if they do Michael, then we can only expect that Trevor will come in a future DLC beyond this. So, hey, I think that's a lot of free publicity for Rockstar to do just by adding those characters back into GTA Online. So we'll see what happens. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, that's for sure. I'm also really hoping that with this DLC, we get some sort of new business, something that maybe operates like the agency, that has a bit of a passive income element to it. I really like passive income businesses in GTA. That's how I make the majority of my money in GTA, is just by AFKing on the game and just letting my passive income stuff run up, like my nightclub and like my agency safe, my arcade as well. So I'd like to see a new way of getting some passive income, even if it's only, you know, 5 or 10 grand every in-game day. It still adds up over time, and I'd definitely like to see, you know, more passive income come into the game. I think that the agency is probably, you know, realistically the second best business in the game behind the nightclub. So, you know, if we got something as good as the agency, or maybe just a little bit worse than the agency in terms of money making, I think that that would be, you know, pretty sick to have in the game. You know, GTA is approaching being 10 years old. We just, you know, crossed the 9 years old mark back in September. So, you know, I think that Rockstar is kind of giving way to us, and, you know, going to allow us to start making a little bit more money this late into the game, because they want people to actually enjoy the game. So, you know, I could see this next DLC coming with a business that's going to be very good. You know, it'd be incredible if we got something even better than the nightclub. I can't see us getting something, you know, much better than the nightclub, because it's already so crazy good. But you know what, fingers crossed, maybe we will get something even better than the nightclub. That would be really sick. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, that's my wish list for the DLC, guys. Let's hope that some of it comes true. And of course, before the video ends, I also want to ask you guys what you would like to see in the new DLC coming to Grand Theft Auto Online. Comment down below, let me know some things that you'd like to see. I'm interested to know what you guys would like to see in the new DLC, and you know, hopefully if Rockstar's listening, maybe they can make some last minute adjustments to this DLC. I'm sure the DLC is probably already done by now, but this is, you know, a last minute wish list. So maybe Rockstar will see this video and be like, yo, actually those are good ideas. Let's actually add these cars that we made like years ago into this DLC, and you never know. So comment down below, maybe Rockstar's paying attention, who knows. They're probably not, but you know, on the off chance that they are, maybe we'll get something cool into GTA that was suggested in this video, or was suggested in the comments on this video. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a like is of course appreciated, if not dislike. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.